Good morning. My name is Vartanian. I'm the director of the Armenian Assembly of America in Yerevan, and I'm here with Megan Jakob, who is one of our summer internship program participants for 2019. And I want you to have a chance to get to know Megan. She's a lovely, charming woman, and she's smart, and she's working at two offices here, and she's doing some great work. So, Megan, hello, welcome. Tell us about yourself. You were studying at one university. You're going to be transferring to another real soon.
Yes.
So tell us about yourself, who you are, what you're studying, and where you're going to be studying. And then we'll go into the internship.
Yes. So my name is Megan Jakob. I am now 19 years old. Was 18 when I started this program. I'm from the Boston area, specifically Lexington. And this past year, I was at UMass Amherst studying in the Eisenberg School of Business. And I am transferring this upcoming year to University of Virginia, and hopefully I'll be studying business there. You apply after your second year, so
Okay.
TBD.
Okay. And so you applied for this internship. What made you decide to come halfway around the world to intern in Armenia and in a country you've never been in before?
No, never been before. I've always wanted to come to Armenia. I think it's important to kind of connect to where your family comes from, and it's just such a big part of who I am that I wanted to really see it and where my family came from. And I was sitting in my church flipping through the weekly bulletin, and I saw that Armenian Assembly was looking for interns, and so I kind of decided to just go for it and apply. And
I'm so glad you did.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you did. So you're interning at two different offices, two different internships. Can you tell us about them?
Yes, so the first one that I am interning at is called City of Smile Foundation, and it is a charity that basically wants to further improve and fund children's cancer care. Cancer care in Armenia is still quite new, and they're still trying to figure it out and kind of just spread awareness, because a lot of people don't even get diagnosed, especially in remote areas. So they're trying to make sure that they get the proper care, and so City of Smile kind of funds all of that, and also funds psychological care for the children and their families, because that's important as well. And
That's important work.
very important. And the second one I'm working at is the Aurora Humanitarian Initiative, which is a humanitarian award given out every year honoring people who do life-saving work. And I mainly helped them this year to launch their hashtag Aurora challenge, which people might have seen on Facebook. It's a crowdfunding campaign kind of focused on people giving back descendants of the Armenian genocide, whether in the diaspora or in Armenia, kind of donating and spreading the word so that people in similar situations to those who were involved in the genocide get the help like we did and are able to overcome their challenges.
I really urge people to type in on their computers hashtag Arara challenge. I got it right? Because you don't have to be in Armenia to participate. You can. Why don't you go on and explain more?
Yeah, you don't have to be in Armenia to participate. One of the big parts is making these selfie videos. Doesn't have to be a selfie video. You can have someone else take it for you with your Aurora, and Aurora is for most Armenians a symbol of hope and second chances. And so you can have a drawing. You could have the mountain itself if you're here in Armenia, or just any representation of it for you, and just spread the word and say, this is a symbol of second chances. And through my donation, which can be very small, it doesn't have to be a lot, you're giving other people a second chance. So yeah,
fantastic. I wish you could be back in October for.
I know, I wish so too.
Aurora's having a conference, a 3-day conference, I believe, in October, and it would be wonderful for intern Megan to be part of it and be participant Megan.
Yeah, I talked to my supervisor about that. We're both upset that I'm not going to be for it, but yeah.
Okay, so the internship program that the Armenian Assembly runs is, as you know, three-part. One is the internship itself, which you've just talked about, your job or jobs. Another part is traveling around, seeing interesting sites throughout Armenia and through Artsakh. And another part, the third part, is meeting with interesting people. It could be government officials, it could be civil society representatives, it could be going out and doing something interesting, helping people in need. So, for instance, on Friday, we all went to help build a home with Fuller Center for Housing. You've done some other interesting things over the weekend and over the summer. What stands out in your mind? What did you like the most, or what surprised you the most, or what is it that's going to stick in your mind when you go back to Massachusetts or Virginia?
Yes. The first thing that comes to my mind, which just happened, was on Sunday, was Vardavar, which is a big water, I want to say festival, but celebration where people just
both are correct.
Yeah,
yes.
Dump water on each other, saying that it's, cleansing people of their sins. But it was the first time I had ever seen an entire city population just have fun. And I thought that was just incredible to see. Everyone was just having a great time, not caring if they were wet or just anything, just dumping water on strangers and having a good time. So that
with no repercussions.
Yeah, it definitely is the first thing that comes to my mind because it just happened. But yeah, we've met such incredible people, and even here talking, like literally at this table, we talked to Nelly Martirosyan. Is that her last
that's
name?
right.
And she was incredible. She does amazing work, refurbishing schools in Armenia. She was a former intern.
In Artsakh, actually, which is even more incredible.
In Artsakh. And just listening to her talk about her work, I remember just being absolutely amazed. And she, does a lot with what she is able to, get from people. And, it's not only about, she doesn't just refurbish the schools, but she kind of brings good memories to children, bringing Santa to them. And I remember talking to her was awesome.
Yeah. And about the good memories that she brings, I'd like to add that Nellie was one of our interns here, let me see, in 2007. And every time that I saw her or met with her or bumped into her, had dinner with her, she brought good memories for me because she was so excited about everything that she was doing and is continuing. So I really wanted you all to have a chance to meet someone like her who's moved back here from America, and she is doing amazing, amazing work. I wanted to ask you also about Vartavar. What was your weapon of choice? Did you have a bucket or a squirt gun?
Our weapon of choice was one of my fellow interns, Adriana, and I. We have a balcony in our apartment, so our weapon of choice was a big water bottle that we poured on people from our balcony.
Gotcha.
That was best because there was no one who could spray us back. One way.
Okay. So now, when you go back to America, you'll be in Virginia. And there's a little bit of, I think, maybe a smaller population in Virginia than Massachusetts. What are you going to be doing to kind of keep in touch with your fellow interns or with the people you work with or with Armenia?
Well, definitely social media is great to keep in contact with people that I met here. So I definitely think I'll do that. And then I also really would like to start club at my school for City of Smile because it's something that
what a great
I
idea.
have really seen. It still needs a lot of help, and anything is appreciated, and it's just such a great cause. And I think not that many people know about it.
Yeah.
So I think bringing it back and through a club, do some kind of fundraising or spreading awareness. I definitely want to do that. So that will be my connection with
That
City Smile.
is fantastic.
Yes. And then Aurora, still trying to figure out how I can, they have offices in New York, and I've talked to my supervisor Maria about still being involved and, trying to attend events that they have in America. But I would love to stay involved in both of those programs because they're both great.
Very good.
And I would like to attend some Armenian Assembly events in DC since it's closer to where
Count,
I am now.
count on getting invitations. There's
Yes.
oftentimes just like maybe a happy hour or a mixer type of event. There's going to be an advocacy conference in September, which it's not going to be too far from you, so you could come and
No.
attend those and participate and talk to your members of Congress, and you would have a unique perspective because you've spent the summer here. You've seen some of the great work that U.S. assistance provides in Armenia and in Artsakh.
Right.
What was Artsakh like?
I loved Artsakh. I especially loved Stepanakert, where we were. It's a lot like Yerevan, but it's a little smaller and you can talk to people. Artsakh was very cool. It was not. I was expecting to kind of feel the controversy or the fact that it's kind of a contested area, but people were just living their lives, and it was great. It was beautiful. And we got to meet with so many great people who talked about their work and what they were doing and kind of the current events, and everyone was so nice. And yes, a thing I love about Armenia is that there's so many people out at night. And so even just like walking the streets and seeing people having fun and just walking around, it was great. So I loved Artsakh and especially the people we got to meet.
Excellent. Now, maybe I'm assuming, but I hope that you will recommend the Armenian Assembly Summer Internship Program in Armenia to friends or friends of friends or, everybody. Am I correct?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes, do it if you're watching this.
What kind of recommendations would you give or advice would you give to people who are considering coming on the program? You don't have to speak Armenian to participate, but what else might you recommend?
I would say my biggest recommendation is just do it. I know, especially if you're like me and you don't really speak Armenian and you've never been here before, it can seem kind of scary, and I think you should just do it and go for it. Take a lot of pictures. I have had a travel journal that I've been writing in, which I'm glad. I'm sure I'm going to be very grateful for that later.
I'm so glad you did that.
Yeah, and I have family coming just in a couple of days. I'm very excited for them to come and meet me here, and I'm glad that they're coming at the end so that I can show them, where my favorite spots are and, the things that I've learned, throughout this whole experience. So I would say if you have family coming, encourage them to come and have them come towards the end. And yeah, try to learn as much as you can from the people around you. It's kind of crazy how much of a sponge you are to not only the language, but the culture. So just kind of being aware and observing and learning Armenian words and, different customs.
That's wonderful. Okay, one final question and we'll sign off. What are you going to miss the most?
Oh gosh, what am I going to miss the most? Well, definitely the food. But I think I'm going to miss, how, active people are. I mean, I live in a quiet town, especially after 9 p.m. So
in the U.S.?
Yes, in the U.S. Where, things kind of die down after it gets dark. I think I'm going to miss, just walking around at night and seeing all the people of the city outside and, getting to see people. Yeah, and that's my favorite part, is just seeing everyone and exploring. Okay. So that's what I'm going to miss the most, is just exploring and being outside.
Okay. Well, Megan, I'd like to say personally that it's been a pleasure, real pleasure getting to know you. Yes. And I'm so, so happy that you've been enjoying your internship. I hope we do stay in touch. I welcome, keeping in contact, and any questions that you ever have, just let me know. Let the Assembly Washington office or LA office, if you're out in the West Coast, know. We are always ready to help you and help a former intern, and are delighted that you were able to be part of Armenia growing and developing because of the work that you did here. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.